Welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to be making an apple pie, semi-homemade. The filling's going to be homemade, but I'm using this Pillsbury crust refrigerator stuff. I peeled my apples and then I cut them off on the four sides and then sliced them very thin. And at one point I used this apple cutter, but it didn't really work for me. But I got 7 cups of thinly sliced apples in this bowl. And it will shrink down. It looks like a lot, but it will shrink down. And I'll put a tablespoon of lemon juice, a half a cup of sugar, I use 2 kinds of apples, Granny Smith and Honey Crisp. One's a little bit sweet, one's a little bit tart, but they're both good. I'm going to put in a half a cup of brown sugar, packed, 2 or 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. That's going to thicken it up some. 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/8 of teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/4 cup of salt. I'll shake that, mix it together. You can eat apple pie anytime. Now we're going to stir together this mixture. Oh, it smells so good. Ooh. That nutmeg, that cinnamon. Get every little thing apple coated. Scrape the bottom. You know, these days sometimes you look at the package and you can't even pronounce the stuff that's in things that you're buying. But if you make it from scratch, you know what you're eating. I've made this before, but it's been a while. I made it for a dear friend. He's gone now, but his favorite pie was apple. Okay, I've got it incorporated. I got my pie shell in my pan. I just rolled it. The pie shell comes like this. You just roll it and press it up the sides. Make it sure it's good and hugging the sides, and then we're going to pour it in. All this mixture. And don't worry if it kind of tops, because it'll cook down. Spread it out. We're going to take 4 slices of butter, a total of 1.5 tablespoons, and we're just going to lay it over the top like that. And as it cooks, it's going to melt. And we're going to take our other pie shell. We're going to separate it. I've got it rolled out. And I'm putting just a little bit of flour on there. I'm going to lay it over the top. The top gets tucked underneath that bottom crust. Okay, we've got it tucked in, and we're gonna try to scallop it around here. We do this little edge to seal it so it won't all go pouring out of your pie. And then we're going to poke some holes at the top, because when it cooks, it'll let the steam out. Just a little slice, you know, like a little star burst. Then we're going to sprinkle a little bit of sugar on top. I'm going to bake this pie at 425 for 15 minutes. Then we're going to take it out and put this thing over it, or you can put foil around it, and then bake it at 350 for 45 to 55 minutes until it's nice golden brown. The reason why you put foil around it, or this cover, is so that crust on the edge won't get too brown before the pie does. You can use foil to put around the crust, but I'm going to use the pie ring. A lot easier. Fits perfect. Then we go back into the oven. The pies are out of the oven, they're cooling. I had some leftover apples, so I made the little pie over there in the back. I think 45 minutes is too much. I think I would just keep it in, start checking it at 40 minutes because it's just a tad, little bit brown, but it's still going to be good. And both of them were made from Pillsbury dough, refrigerator dough. So I hope you try these pies. They look delicious. They smell delicious. The recipe's down in the description with a link to a printable recipe. Down in the comments, let me know what kind of pie you like, other than apple. Check out my Etsy store for Aunt Sandy's merchandise. Thank you for watching my videos, and as always, God bless.